Hello. A very warm good afternoon to one and all present over here. I am back with a wonderful session, which is IELTS practice test. I know we have promised that we are going to come up with a new session and a new series for you all where I'll be helping you how you can solve a different section and different modules effortlessly. So I am back with a wonderful session where I'll be guiding you in solving your module paper so that you get to know all the strategies and tips and tricks to solve it properly. Okay? Now come on, be quick. Everyone come up on stage and let me know that you guys are here and you are excited for the session. Jaldi aa jao. Come on, I'm waiting for all of you. Come on, I'm waiting for all of you. I need your attendance marked in the chat box, okay? So that I can start up the session. Right? I know you guys must have missed me. मैम अपने आप से ही बोल रही हैं, ठीक है? I know that you guys might have missed me, so I'm back again. Okay, so now let's get started without wasting any further time, and we've got a lot of things to cover. So चलो शुरू करते हैं, ठीक है? So first we are going to be understanding what are the topics I'll be covering. Very good afternoon from Nepal. Hi Raj, very good afternoon. Glad to have you here. Okay, now, so today I'll be talking to you with respect to introduction of listening test. Thoda sa I'll be giving you a brief of listening test of IELTS. Moreover, we'll be doing practice test and of course I'll be giving you the answer by solving it. Okay, now, so let's move on to the next thing, which is the introduction of IELTS listening. So let's just understand what it is all about. If you are a beginner over here, it's going to help you to know what a listening module is going to be. Okay, so let's get started. So first is section 1. Okay, so before this, let me just tell you one thing. Listening module कुछ नहीं होता है. You are going to get an audio. Okay, एक audio मिलेगा आपको. It's going to be of 30 minutes. Okay, in that 30 minutes आपको उस audio को entirely सुनना है and you have to come up with a response. Okay, then and there. Now it's not like you have to listen to the audio and then write an answer. नहीं. By the time of listening to the audio, you have to come up with the response. ठीक है? तो जैसे जैसे आप audio सुनते जाओगे, आपको answers मिलते जाएंगे, आप answers लिखते जाओगे. Got it? Now, after that, what you are going to do is, after that it has been bifurcated into 4 sections. ठीक है? 40 marks का होता है, 40 questions होते हैं. Each question consists of 1 mark and कोई negative marking नहीं है. So make sure you don't leave any question. Right? एक tip ले लो, ठीक है? Don't leave any question. Also, make sure you revise, make sure you read the question. बहुत सारी चीजें I'll be telling you. Okay, so just stay in the session. And yes, so let's have a quick intro out here. We have over here, very good afternoon Sharda, glad you are here. Okay, so क्या करते हैं? पहले ये देख लेते हैं how many sections are there. So we have section 1, 2, 3 and 4. ठीक है? क्या क्या होता है? Hi Sayash, very good afternoon. Glad, okay. A conversation between two people in an everyday social context. तो ये तो हो गया पहला section. So in first section, I hope you're having a wonderful day. Yes, I am having a wonderful day. As I have promised, I'm so happy that I keep on forgetting the words. Okay, so as I have promised you that I'll be coming up with a new series. So here I am for you all. So make sure in this session, at the time of solving the paper, जब मैं solve कर रही हूँ, make sure you also solve it so that you get to know आप कहाँ पे mistakes कर रहे हो, what are the improvement points or the area of improvement where you need to work. Okay, ठीक है, चलो शुरू करते हैं. We've got these 4 sections. In first one, you're gonna be having conversation between 2 people. In the second, a monologue you're going to get. Okay, then in a conversation between 2 to 4 people. Okay, between 4 people you can say, right? Now, a monologue or an academic subject, for example, a university lecture that you are going to encounter in section 4. Let's talk about how many types of questions you are going to encounter. So, if I talk about the question, the first one is multiple choice, and the second one is matching, diagram labeling, note completion, table completion, form completion, sentence completion, short answer question. So this is the format of IELTS listening, and these are the types of questions you are going to encounter. Okay? So without wasting any further time, let's get back to the thing that we have kept this section for. So आ जाते हैं solving पे. सबसे पहले यहाँ पे देखना question 1 to 10 we are going to be having. Complete the table. We are going to encounter a table entirely जहाँ पे we have to write no more than 3 words and or a number for each answer. If you have had a look to my previous sessions, I keep on saying you सबसे पहले question पढ़ना है, फिर instruction पढ़ना है, then you go to the entire idea of the question. ठीक है, तब जाना है. तो सबसे पहले हमने क्या करा, इंस्ट्रक्शन पढ़ा, तो राइट नो मोर देन 3 वर्ड्स. वी गॉट टू नो कि हमें 3 वर्ड से ज्यादा नहीं लिखना है और एक नंबर से ज्यादा नहीं लिखना है. ओके, 3 वर्ड और एक नंबर से ज्यादा नहीं लिखना है. मोर देन दिस इट्स गोइंग टू बी पेनलाइज्ड. ठीक है, you will be penalized if you're going to write more than this. इससे कम लिख सकते हो. If your answer is consisting 1 word, 2 word, 3 word, till then it is okay. But if your answer will be, ma'am, your face is shining today, you're looking good. Thank you so much. Thanks a lot. Okay, so yes, I got distracted. Sorry. I was telling you that क्या करना है? If you get 3 words, you're going to have 1 word, you're going to have 2 word, 3 word, till then it is okay. But if your answer is consisting 4 word, then that is something that you're going to get penalized for, right? फिर वहाँ पे bands कटेंगे, फिर ऐसे समझ लेना, ठीक है? Because you're going out of the instructions, you are going out of the task achievement, right? ये कर लिया, अब आगे बढ़ते हैं, ठीक है? चलो, without wasting any further time, मैंने यहाँ पे इसको लिख दिया है so that you don't forget how many words you are going to write. Okay, now let's understand. This is the question. सबसे पहले क्या करना है, हमें क्वेश्चन में कीवर्ड्स मार्क करना है. ओके, सबसे पहले क्या करना है, कीवर्ड्स मार्क करना है. Why? To get familiar with the question. I have already told you, you've got to be familiar with the question. For this, you need to mark the keywords properly. Got it? Keywords कहाँ mark करना है? As you can see, this is a table. Okay. Let's understand, let's read it properly, and before that, okay, let's start it. Okay, I'm going to be starting the audio and I'm going to be telling you what are the things that you're going to mark it. Okay.
You will hear a conversation between a housing agent and a college student who wants to rent a house. First, you have some time to look at questions 1 to 4.
Okay, you have some time to look at question 1, and then there is 2, and then there is 3, and then there is 4. Got it? So make sure the words which are near to the blanks, you are going to mark it so that you will be able to understand. Also,
there is an example which has been done for you. On this occasion only, the conversation relating to this will be played first.
Good afternoon and welcome to Habitat Hunters. You must be Joseph.
Yes, that's right. You said on the phone that I could come by at 2 o'clock. Sorry, I'm a little early.
Oh, no problem at all. In Calgary's market, you have to move fast if you want a good apartment.
Actually, I'd settle for almost anything. I've been here 10 days and the hotel is ruining me. My father has me on a strict budget.
Sit right down here now, sir. Let's talk a little about the places before we go have a look. Now, we have 4 apartments available.
Okay. Could you tell me more about those 4 apartments?
Sure. The first one is on Beetle Road, just a block off campus. It's a 3-bedroom with a bathroom and a living room and a great Italian restaurant right next to it.
The agent says that the first apartment is a 3-bedroom apartment with a great Italian restaurant right next to it. So, restaurant has been written in the space. Now we shall begin. You should answer the questions as you listen, because you will not hear the recording a second time. Listen carefully and answer questions 1 to 4.
Good afternoon and welcome to Habitat Hunters. You must be Joseph.
Yes, that's right. You said on the phone that I could come by at 2 o'clock. Sorry, I'm a little early.
Oh, no problem at all. In Calgary's market, you have to move fast if you want a good apartment.
Actually, I'd settle for almost anything. I've been here 10 days and the hotel is ruining me. My father has me on a strict budget.
Sit right down here now, sir. Let's talk a little about the places before we go have a look. Now, we have 4 apartments available.
Okay. Could you tell me more about those 4 apartments?
Sure. The first one is on Beetle Road, just a block off campus. It's a 3-bedroom with a bathroom and a living room and a great Italian restaurant right next to it.
How much?
Well, it's $435 a month, including internet and utilities.
Okay, that sounds reasonable. Any drawbacks to the house?
There's a really big garden, but it hasn't been taken care of over the years and is just too big to clean up nicely.
That sounds okay. Tell me about the next option.
The other 3-bedroom apartment is on Oakington Avenue on campus. It is right near the building where you have classes, and the kitchen and living room are newly furnished.
Wow, that sounds like a pretty good option.
Well, it is a cool apartment, but since it's a dormitory, the living room, bathroom, kitchen and washing machine are all shared. It would be nice not to have to buy living room furniture, though.
And how much is this one?
$400 per month for a bedroom with an air conditioner. For a bedroom without an air conditioner, you would pay less, $340 for it.
Yikes. Even with the air conditioner, it sounds really inconvenient to have to share facilities. I'll never cook if I have to walk down the hall to use the kitchen.
Yeah, that's true.
Before you hear the rest of the conversation, you have some time to look at questions 5 to 10.
Got it? So yes, in this entire answer from 1 to 4, okay, we have got it. So make sure whenever you see a blank, hi Soumya, because the audio was going on, so I didn't say hi to you. So yes, hi, welcome to the session. So yes, I was telling you that at the time of marking the keywords, at the time of marking the question, make sure you mark the words which are nearer to the blank so that you can allocate them properly and accurately at the time they are saying. Make sure at the same time you be aware of the paraphrasings. Okay, paraphrasing is going to be there, so be very aware of it, aware of them, so that you don't get distracted at the end of the day. Okay, now you can see I have written the responses over here. Okay, so it says no more than 3 words, so you can just have a clear look that none of my answers are containing more than 3 words. Either they are going to be 2 words or they are going to be consisting of 1 word answer, right? And or a number, because the number is allowed, right? So make sure whenever you are writing, now this time that you've got, you are going to get timing before the questions, or sorry, before the audio starts, and you are also going to get time after you complete your responses. So make sure you do the optimum utilization of the timing that's been allocated to you. Don't waste even a single second, right? So be very sure of it, okay? And make sure, so okay, so here though, I have written it like this. So all the PBTs out here who are going to appear for PBT, which is pen paper based test, you can write it in the booklet and then you can transfer it clearly in your answer sheet. But yes, all the people who are there for computer based, you are going to type, so there is no point in getting your handwriting, bad or something like this, because you're going to be typing. So make sure you also take care of the spelling. So this time that you got it, make sure you take help of the time properly and use it wisely for the spelling checking, answer checking, also the accuracy of the data. Got it? Now let's talk about from here to 10. Got it? Make sure you listen to it carefully. Don't worry if you're going to mark your answer sheet or booklet like this. It's not going to hamper.
Now listen and answer questions 5 to 10.
Anyway, the next place is a 2-bedroom on Mead Street.
Oh, I like Mead Street. That's off campus, right?
Yep, it's pretty cool, but it only has 2 bedrooms, plus a living room and a study.
But I want to live together with my 2 friends.
So you could make the study into a small bedroom if you end up living with them.
Also, we guys want a TV and DVD player since we're all so much into movies.
Well, this place has a great TV and VCR, but no DVD player.
No DVD? That's so weird. Are any other facilities provided?
As you said, weird enough, it also comes with a wash basin.
Is there a washing machine? I think we need that more than just a wash basin.
I'm afraid there's no washing machine in the apartment.
Wow, that's so old-fashioned. Maybe it's not the best choice for 3 college guys. How much is it?
Well, it's $600 per month, but of course it would be cheaper if you made it into 3 bedrooms instead of 2.
Where is the apartment located?
It's 2500 Mead Street, where there are a lot of bars.
It would be affordable, but it would get pretty noisy. And that sounds really expensive for an old place in a noisy area. How about the last place?
This one's on campus in the Devon Close complex. It's a 1-bedroom, so it will be a little quieter than the Mead Street place.
1 bedroom, huh? That could be good for focusing on my studies. What else does it have?
It comes with a living room and a study, and includes a really nice lamp in the study that has a bunch of different settings. You know what else is cool? There's a dining hall downstairs, so all evening meals are free. You can purchase breakfast and lunch, but meals after 6 p.m. are free.
Wow, this place sounds too good to be true. Is it really expensive?
It's all right, $500 per month, but there's no bathroom.
What? No bathroom?
Well, there's no bathroom in the apartment, but there's one at the end of the hall.
Thanks. I think now I just have to decide whether I want to live alone or not.
Yeah, which one do you prefer?
I think I choose either this apartment or the one on Beetle Road.
Okay, you'd better think about it, and then you can contact me ASAP.
Fine. Thanks for your help.
You're welcome.
Okay. So as you all might have heard, very good afternoon, Sumit. Okay. So as you all might have heard, you've got to take action really quick. If you get distracted even for a second, your entire answer will be gone. You've got to take care of the wordings. You've got to take care how they are being paraphrased. Also, you have to take care of the answers that they are providing. This man has demanded for DVD, but instead of DVD, they have TV and VCR, right? So make sure you take decision wisely what to write and what not to. Make sure you take help of the distractors and the words that might end up having a contradiction. For example, words that shows the deviation in the opinion. For example, but. Okay, on the contrary, on the other hand, yet, these are the words that shows deviation in the opinion. Make sure you take help of them. Okay, also take care of the algorithm of the data that is being provided. Okay, whether the data is going like here, like in horizontal level, or it is getting bifurcated into a vertical level. Make sure you take help of that as well. Know the algorithm of the audio because you're solving a table. You know after which information might come. So this is going to be there when you're going to solve the first set of question. You're going to be knowing the algorithm. It's really very important if you know the algorithm, how it goes, right? So be very sure of it. Okay, I hope you guys are understanding. Tell me how many of you have scored full, like 10 out of 10 over here. Tell me so that, I get to know that you guys are on the right track. And if you're not getting 10 out of 10, make sure you get 10 out of 10. At least the first 10 question has to be correct. Okay? By the time I'm solving the next one. Now, same you've got to do, same you've got to do in the next one, okay? Over here, the way that I have told you, you're going to solve it. This is the same strategy that I'm going to apply it over here. First of all, I'm going to read the question and then I'm going to be solving it. So, necessary characteristics of dustbin solid, and then we are going to get the answer, okay? So, yes, first, now again, it is sort of table again that you can see over here, right? So, we've got waste collection. We've got waste disposal over here. It has been bifurcated into 2 sections. And here we have necessary characteristics for dustbin. So, solid and 11th answer is we are going to write 11th answer over here, right? So, yes. Here we can see recyclable garbage and unrecyclable garbage. Okay, blue or green bin, yellow bin, toxic waste, red bin, right? So we have these certain bifurcations over here. Commercial waste collection, it mainly refers to something. It's going to be something. It refers to something. It can be a noun or it can be a pronoun, right? Waste warning signs state not to do something. Make sure you take help of the words not to. Whenever they are saying you don't have to do this, you don't have to do that, they are going to mention that in the listening audio. So make sure you take care of it properly. Okay, not to, blue, green bin, those. Okay, metals. What kind of metal will cause environmental pollution? You've got to talk about this. They are going to talk about this and you have to write the answers over here, right? Let's talk about next household waste collection. This is the topic. They are going to name it over here in the listening section or in the listening audio. Okay, so this is what you need to do when you get time for marking up the keywords. Okay, use it wisely. Now I'm going to be playing the audio for you guys so that you can solve it properly. Okay, and make sure you pay attention over here and solve it nicely, and you're going to score good.
The majority of building waste is paper, which goes in the blue or green bins. You'll notice in your office buildings there are signs. First, there's the sorted collection bins themselves. They're made of sturdy, solid material, so none of your trash can seep out or puncture the bin. Since these things sit out on the curb overnight, rain or shine.
Now, listen carefully and answer questions 11 to 15.
Hi folks, my name is Loretta Johnston, and I am here from the Baltimore Department of Public Waste. Thank you for coming out to our community meeting tonight. I've got a few words to say about the waste collection here in Baltimore. First, there's the sorted collection bins themselves. They're made of sturdy, solid material, so none of your trash can seep out or puncture the bin. Also, since these things sit out on the curb overnight, rain or shine, they have to be waterproof. We can't have water getting up in it and filling up the bin. Remember to pay attention to which bin is which and sort your waste accordingly. You should have a blue or green bin for recyclable garbage, a yellow bin for unrecyclable garbage, and a red bin for toxic waste. Our citywide waste management is divided into two services. The first is commercial waste collection, or trash collection from buildings. The majority of building waste is paper, which goes in the blue or green bins. You'll notice in your office buildings there are signs that warn you not to overfill these bins. All that paper adds up, and an overflowing bin is infinitely harder for collectors to carry to the truck and empty. Aside from paper, another large source of building waste is metals. Metals such as tin and aluminium can be put in the yellow recycle bins, but metals like lead and copper should be disposed of in the red bins. These heavy metals are harmful to the environment and exacerbate our city's existing pollution problem. That's about all the information you need for building waste. Moving on to the second service, household waste collection is probably what you primarily think of when you think of what we do here. Many of the same guidelines apply, the sorting is the same, etc. Please remember to keep garbage like kitchen waste in a plastic bag. It makes collection easier and lessens the abominable rotten trash smell.
Before you hear the rest of the talk, you have some time to look at questions 16 to 20.
Same. Again, that process starts. So what you have to do? You have to mark the words which are near to the blank. You might have noticed that words which are near to the blanks are very easy to allocate. And very
Now
accurately
listen
you can
and answer questions 16 to 20.
So, after we take your trash away, what happens to it? We take all the garbage to one of a number of garbage disposal plants, each of which is located in the middle of an open space of some sort. No one wants to have their home or office right next door to a waste disposal plant, right? Waste is collected and then disposed of once every 4 weeks. A lot of trash can build up in that time, so we're in the process of developing a plan to fund collection more frequently. Ideally, it would be collected weekly, but we will likely have to settle for bi-weekly. The garbage trucks make their rounds to clear the bins at night in order to avoid traffic. I'm sure you've seen how much waste your own household produces in a given week. Now imagine all the trash produced by all the households in Baltimore. It's a lot, right? It may surprise you that this amount is only marginal compared to commercial waste. Yep, the main waste producers are actually businesses, industrial facilities, retail, and offices. Hard to believe humans produce that much waste, right? No wonder we have pollution problems. Anyway, after all incoming waste is sorted, recyclables are sent to a recycling plant, while garbage and toxic waste are transported to their respective areas of the plant for treatment. Items such as stones, which should not be disposed of in our bins, are separated out and discarded. Once the trash has undergone the treatment process, it is compacted and disposed of with all the other trash. And finally, when the landfill space is full, it is buried deep underground, and in time, something new is built on the land. That's everything about waste collection. Thank you for listening.
Got it? So this is how you're going to do. It's very easy to do it. It's like you just have to be really quick in taking the decision. You just have to be really quick in marking the answer. As you have seen me, you've got to put an eye on each and every word that is being said so that you don't leave anything, right? So be very sure of it while you are doing these questions. Okay. Also, at the same time, you have to make sure that you don't make any spelling mistake. I know, because when you're going to be really quick in answering the questions, there are going to be huge chances for you to make spelling mistakes. There might be possibility you might end up making minor silly mistakes like spelling of traffic, plastic, business, 4 weeks, stones. And you also need to take care of the instructions. Keep in mind the instructions while marking the answers. Keep in mind the spelling while marking the answers. Make sure you take care of the words that are nearer to the blanks so that you can come up with an accurate idea. For example, let's suppose you have missed any question. Though try not to miss any question, because then you have to take care of it on your own, and you are not going to listen to the audio for the second time. So it's better you can take care of the pointers properly. See what they are actually talking about. This is the reason I keep on asking. Make sure you be familiar with the question at the time of solving the responses, right? So take care of these things. Now let's get back to the next question. Okay. Ma'am, there is a teacher in my college who doesn't know the correct spelling of transfer. If I try to make his mistake correct, he says don't be over smart. What should I do with him? Ma'am, you didn't not tell me if I should correct him or should I suggest sir to watch your videos. Please help me. I'm in that situation. No wonder, Sumit, you never fail to impress me with your stupid questions, but still, okay, fine. So what you can do is, you can just tell them there might be a possibility he might not be making a mistake. Maybe because of the spelling, maybe because of the writing pattern, you might think that there's a spelling mistake. See, teacher is always a teacher, right? So it's like you can just tell him, or if you know that they have written transfer, then just write it down, or you can suggest him, sir, one suggestion, could you please write the spelling of transfer clearly so that I can note it down in my note section, right? So it is like it is something I'm unable to understand. When you're going to be saying like this, he's not going to tell you that you're smart. So do it. Okay, this is what you can do. Fine, I hope that you got the solution. Okay, now let's talk about the next question. Okay,
Now, listen carefully and answer questions 21 to 24.
Hi, Julie, it's Ricky.
Hi, Ricky. How are you? I noticed you weren't in psychology today.
I'm feeling sick, so I didn't go to school today. Would you mind telling me what I missed in class?
Sure thing. I'm sorry you're not feeling well. Anyway, we spent most of the class talking about a new essay that Professor Johnson assigned. You need to choose one of the bold headings from the note system and research it.
Wow, I picked the wrong day to miss class, huh?
You sure did.
Could you tell me the specific requirements of this paper?
Sure. You need to find scientific research that supports your claim as one of your references. It can be from some of the case studies we discussed in class, or you can find your own. Or even better, you can conduct your own research. I'm sure that would get you an A.
Have you decided what you're going to do yet? Also, where are you getting your references?
Yeah, I'm going to research facial recognition by infants. I've already found a few experiments in scientific journals. That would probably be a good start for you. There are tons of journals in the library.
Great idea, thanks. I'm considering writing my essay on the effects of one of the psychotropic drugs we talked about in class. I'm sure there is lots of stuff about it on the internet. Are we allowed to use information from the internet?
Sure, you can use that as long as it's not your main source for information. You'll probably want to cite some of the experiments we went over.
Good idea, thanks. I'm going to try to find some information from a bunch of different sources.
Before you hear the rest of the talk, you have some time to look at questions 25 to 30.
Wait. 21 note system. Research information from the case website. I missed one thing. Okay. So it's going to be scientific research over here. This information is going to be over here. Wait, let me just correct it down for a bit. And here, information from internet. Okay. Yes, this is the entire answer. Right? Now, the next one. Again, have a quick look. Here the things are very clear. You're going to be able to you will be able to understand properly. 2 words and or a number for each.
Now listen and answer questions 25 to 30.
Are there any specifications on how the essay should be written?
Yeah, Professor Johnson wants it double-spaced. It should be between 6 to 10 pages long.
6 to 10 pages? That's so much. Oh, it's going to take forever.
I know, the whole class groaned when he said that. Anyway, you also need to put the title in italics and
Wait, each section heading or just the main heading?
only the main heading should be in italics. I think section titles are supposed to be in the same format, but maybe in bold. You'll have to check that in class next time.
Oh, okay. So I take it that the report has to be typed, since there are so many requirements. What are the other formatting requirements?
Yep, it's got to be typed. Aside from that, there are still a few more specifications. You should number each page. Make sure it goes up in the top right corner.
Okay, I'll make sure to write that down. I always forget to number the pages. Do we need to title and date each page too?
You need the shortened title on every page, but no need to include the date. That should just be on the cover page.
Okay, thanks.
No problem. Also, make sure the margins are 3.25 pixels wide.
What? I'm not even sure how to do that.
Oh, it's okay, I can show you. It's really easy. I think that's all the directions he gave us. A lot of formatting requirements, but we have the freedom to research many things that we like, so that's good. Oh, I almost forgot. Remember to put down your ID number on your report.
Thanks so much for your help. I'll see you in class Monday.
No problem. Glad I could help. See you later.
Got it?
That is the end of section 3. You now have half a minute to check your answers. Now turn to section 4. Section 4. You will hear a lecture on environmental science. First, you have some time to look at questions 31 to 40. Now, listen carefully and answer questions 31 to 40.
Good morning and welcome to yet another lecture in environmental science. I don't think I'm telling you a secret when I mention that water is a big worry here in Australia. The stuff is scarce. Perhaps that's why we drink so much beer, eh? Seriously though, a safe and reliable source of water is one of the great concerns of people everywhere. Moreover, as the world population grows, the pressure on existing water supplies grows greater and greater. Think about it. Our economic system demands that there be more and more consumers. The growing number of people has been tied to climate change, including droughts. So more people means less water. But our economic system demands a high birth rate. Forget about oil. Soon enough you will see wars for water. Mark my words. But today I'm going to confine my remarks to Australia. As noted already, here down under the water supply is extremely scarce. The only drier continent is Antarctica, and remember no one really lives there anyway. Moreover, in recent years, the wind patterns have changed. Rain that used to fall on the country now falls out to sea hundreds of miles to the south. Now, when I speak of people needing water, most of you probably think of drinking. Certainly everyone needs water for drinking, but surprising as it may sound, drinking is not anywhere near being the main use for water. Most water is actually used for washing. When you take a shower, you probably use well over 100 litres of water. Every time you flush your toilet, that's about 8 litres. But most people drink no more than 2 litres or so per day. So, where to get water? It could be obtained from rainwater, but often rainfall consists of other harmful pollutants that evaporated with the water. In fact, acid rain, an intense example of this, causes harmful effects on the wildlife of the habitat on which it falls. Water from underground could also be used, though it is more difficult to contain and often must go through an extensive cleansing process. The purest water is found in rivers, creeks, lakes and dams. And, sad to say, Australia has precious few of these. Really, how many of your hometowns have rivers? Year-round rivers, I mean. The soil tends to be sandy, so water soaks into the ground. Many places are rocky too, so 87% of the rainfall is lost to evaporation. That's almost twice the evaporation rate in my native Canada. Speaking of rain, we already heard how rainfall is diminishing here in Oceania. The quantity itself isn't the only problem either. Going back to the problems with obtaining rainwater, a further problem is that rain is a useful source of water only if air pollution is fairly mild. Again, you're in a situation where you can't win. You need water where most people live. People tend to build cities where rainfall is adequate, but then modern cities tend to feature polluted air, which renders the rain far less easily usable. Okay, let's take a look at the table here. You'll see it showing the relative pollution of rainfall in the world's cities. The more people, the dirtier the rain. This is becoming a huge concern for people in the West who want their water to be pure and safe. Though reliable drinking water is important everywhere, the concern in the West is reflected in all the government regulations and political campaigns aimed at solving this problem. In contrast, there are not as many demands made on the governments in Asian and African cultures to improve the water, as their focus is on other issues. Now, whatever the source of water, we can never afford to forget that all water is highly vulnerable to contamination. Whether we're getting it from the ground, from bodies of water, or rainfall, it is susceptible to a variety of toxins. In fact, that's why we clean it before using it. Water carries with it filth and dirt. This problem shows up in a number of different ways. As humans and all other animals need water to survive, it's no surprise to us that one of the most important domestic uses of water is for drinking. Yet, if you have old-fashioned lead pipes, you may slowly be poisoning yourself by drinking that nice clear water. The industrial pollution, farm chemicals, and leaky landfills are well-known sources of contaminants as well. So what is being done to ensure we Australians a safe and steady supply of drinking water? There are a lot of initiatives that make admirable efforts to remedy this issue. We'll be talking about this when we meet again on Thursday, but as a preview, I can tell you that so far the amount of real solutions that have been produced is not nearly adequate. Traditionally, we've been very free in this country. That means that every person and every province tend to go its own way. So the mechanisms for water management are, in a word, insufficient. To begin seeing how this is so, I want you to read something before our next class. Though a lot of previous data on water usage and water management are inconclusive and have thus caused quite a concern, we can learn a lot from the contents of reports written on the subject. The basis for the government's water policy is the 1989 White Paper reporting on water use, present and future. If you compare the numbers offered in the paper with those in the text, you'll find that the report is rather untrustworthy. Truth being told, I'm being too kind when I say that.
That is the end of section 4. You now have half a minute to check your answers.
Okay, so yes, so good afternoon, Anjali. So yes, now we have came at the end of the paper, which is our listening paper or listening test. Okay, so I know you might have seen me writing the answer very quickly, but this is exact quick how you have to react to the answers, because even a slightest detail is important for us. Even this for and water and people is important for us. If you're not going to do that, it's going to be very difficult for you to cater to the entire question that's there. You have to be very familiar with the question. You have to be very familiar with the data that's going to come up to you. So be very sure of it. Okay. So yes, this is how you're going to be solving it. You've got the entire answer. If you want to match, you can match them. Okay. So yes, that's all. Thank you so much for watching. I just want to tell you that make sure you practice properly. I'll be coming up with all the practice papers and I'll be solving it for you guys. So yes, by the time, keep on practicing, keep on learning, and all the very best to all the students and candidates who are preparing for your IELTS examination. Okay. Bye-bye. See you in the next session.